everyone. This is Waldorf.
And Statler.
And now we have Battle Report 293.
The 293.
It's the armies of Waldorf versus the Statlorians.
How did I become the general of this catastrophe?
You're there.
Okay. This is a Warbands game.
This is our Warbands game.
Each player had 800 players.
800 players.
800 points. Thank you.
Our
normal rules, you can do half-size units.
Actually, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Do you want to do your army composition? Because I didn't do that yet.
Now we can do it when we go through the battle report.
Okay, good enough. Whatever.
They're not that big.
Okay, 800 points.
Yeah.
So there we got it.
Okay.
But like you were saying, it's 800 points apiece. We do the maximum and minimum size of units is halved.
Right, except for one model units.
Correct.
Rounded up. So yeah.
Rounded up or rounded down?
Rounded up.
I thought we rounded down.
Because if you rounded down, then it would be 0.
I mean, for the minimum.
The maximum, I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Correct. Anyway. So that's it. And then, of course,
the maximum and the minimum has got to be anyway. So, yes.
Well, apparently we rounded down.
Okay.
Or somebody rounded down. At least one of my players rounded down.
I see what it's like now.
I'll go with that.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's it. So, I mean, we dropped those points in half. You still have to have a character. You still have to have 3 units.
No, you don't have to have 3 units.
I thought we always did 3 units.
No, you very rarely have 3.
I almost always have 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I think that's it. What are the other changes?
You have to have a character, and you have to meet army composition.
Army composition still sticks.
And it's half and half.
Okay. All right. So my side, I knew the army list, so I put them together.
Oh, okay.
I had a paladin on a war horse with a shield. Did not have enough money. Did not have a points to buy a lance.
Okay.
He's broke. What do you want from him? 4 knights aspirant, 5 knights of the realm, 5 brigands, and a scorpion.
Okay.
My ogre buddy had a mammoth hunter, 2 tribesmen, 2 bruisers, a tiger, and 1 tusker cav.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying the round down thing.
He cheated. It's okay.
So
It's like.
Well, you explained the rules to him, so you must have told him wrong.
I didn't actually, but I explained it to the orc and goblin player.
Okay. So the orc and goblin player took an iron orc chief with 11 iron orcs, 20 cave goblins with standard and nets, a scrap wagon, and 4 wolf riders.
Yes.
And moving on, this is a template, so we're going to skip that.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I got to look because I don't actually remember what the dwarf player had. So the 2 Sylvan armies were 1 unit of blade dancers, and I think each, and I believe it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess it's 7.
you both had a unit of. Well, go ahead. 7.
Yes. No, I think it was 6 in a character.
Did you have identical armies?
We did, because he just organized the army. I told him to duplicate his.
Okay.
So I said, I didn't do anything in this, I just showed up.
Likely excuse.
Exactly. So 6 and a character, and the character had Sylvan Blade. He was also a blade dancer, had Sylvan Blades, had, he went with Spirit of the Whirlwind as the only thing on them. Then we had these very strange forest rangers.
Yeah, 5 guys with bows.
They had these very hard sticks.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes.
Great weapon-sized sticks.
Great weapon sticks. Yes,
Okay.
that's what they had.
All right.
I was bugging him up mercilessly about that. And then we both had a unit of Heath Hunters.
Okay.
Mine had ambush. His did not. I don't remember what was given up to get the ambush, but it was something.
Did you give up 1 and only have 4?
No, it was.
I didn't remember you having 5.
I don't think I gave one up. I think he had an additional magic item. I don't recall, but or musician or something. Or maybe I gave him a champion on the
Blade dancers?
No, I think he gave. I think his guy had a champion. The Forest Rangers.
Okay.
Yeah. The dwarf player had a gyrocopter, also known as Scorpion Target 1. He had a unit of, I think,
I think it's
7
7 Slayers.
Slayers. He had
Seekers.
Thank you. He had a unit of, I think, 10 handgunners.
Right.
Handgunners. Just had shields, and I think he had a unit of 10.
Was it Ironbreakers or Longbeards? They're one of the two.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
They were some kind of dwarves.
Yeah. Some kind of dwarves. They're short guys with armor.
I didn't see his army, so I had no idea, and I was not over there. But and then he had a character who had something dwarfish. So
okay.
That's all I know.
Yeah, I don't think he took much.
Yeah. It's hard, too, when you got 800 points to use.
Right.
And you still have to fit your character inside the
correct
the percentages.
And the percentage points.
Yeah.
Well, I ran out of points, not character points, for my 10-point lance I could not buy.
Yeah.
Anyway. So that's where we got.
Okay, so we often play the same scenario. Probably I should try something different. I got a couple other
ones.
Yeah,
everyone likes this one, though.
Yeah. So there are a total of 5 objectives on the table. Each is worth 1 point each. They start scoring. We vary in this game. It was starting on turn 2. The objective in your own battle zone in the rear, so by these wolf riders in the back or by those dancers in the front, is worth 2 to your opponent. It's still only worth 1 to you, but it's worth 2 to your opponent. So it gives gives you an incentive to attack. Anything can score, which is very different than the regular rules.
Right.
And that's kind of and we score at each turn to see what's going on, and whoever has the highest score wins the scenario. And what we said in this scenario is if there was a tie, which I wasn't worried about, that we would then go to lost units.
Go to the point value.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is the deployment, as you can see. Kind of everyone just scattered around. I put in my opponent, the dwarven opponent was taking his time deploying the gyrocopter until after the scorpion went down.
Yes.
And then he made sure he was 48 away from the scorpion.
Yes.
And had no intention to ever coming within 48.
He was doing lots of calculations and every permutation to make sure that thing could not get shot at. It was pretty humorous.
Anyway, so that was that.
Yeah, I knew our plan was supposed to be that I was going to, in this picture from the left, sweep around and try to get into your rear area while the center would hold, and he would refuse on our left or your right. That was what we sort of said.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what your plan was.
We didn't have one.
Okay.
We just kind of lined up and said, this looks good. I said, please lure the gyrocopter into my range.
Yes.
Was my only request to my
yes.
allies.
Yes.
And just a couple pictures of the alignment. And left side, my opponent's very intent on measuring.
Mm-hmm. So he vanguarded. We had vanguards. Right. So this looks like it's the after movement.
Yeah, I think this is your first movement going.
Yeah, but it's after vanguard. So he vanguarded up with his cat and his hunter.
And then you vanguarded up and then moved around him in your first turn.
And then we vanguarded. I think he pinned us from vanguarding over there. Then on our first, and then he just walked up to 2 small ogre units. Then
did we go first in this? No, you had gone first.
Did we?
Yeah, you guys went first. Yeah, because you guys walked up and occupied that wall in the center.
Yeah, did he start? Maybe he started there. Okay. All right, could be. So.
Anyway, it's not a big deal, but.
Yeah, because we haven't.
I don't think the ogres have moved.
Nothing has moved hardly, so those guys have moved. The picture's kind of confusing me, so.
Yeah, because there's the Slayers moving up.
Yeah, I see the Slayers moving, and the guys moved up to the fence, or to the hedge, I remember that.
Yeah, I think you kind of took your time on the first one.
Yeah, then the dancers came forward, and the dwarves backed up, and the handgunners sat where they were. Okay.
Yeah, not a lot of...
Oh, I can, because these guys marched forward. I remember the other unit of rangers came forward.
No,
and the one next to it.
Oh, okay.
Came forward.
As well.
And then the dancers tried to zone his general.
Okay. And looks like the gyrocopter backed off to his range and shoot.
He was doing some calculations, and he decided to put him at maximum range.
What happened over here?
So
the ogre's running.
The Heath Hunters decided, I guess when the gyrocopter didn't do anything to the general, the Heath Hunters decided to shoot at the one ogre unit, got 3 wounds on it, and panicked, ran through the 2-unit one, and panicked it.
Awesome.
So,
I did not see that going on that side of the board.
Yeah.
I was on the opposite side of the table. Fun. Back to our turn.
Yeah.
We just push forward in the center. We're like, let's go get them, boys.
Yes.
You can see the Iron Orcs and the Goblins coming forward. Wolves are staying back to stay by the objective for, bottom of turn 2. His Saber Tusk ran and hid in the ruins. It looks like his Mammoth Hunter just kind of positioned himself.
He positioned himself, and I forgot who he threw his spear at. It's probably the gyrocopter.
Right. And it looks like this unit of 2 ogres rallied, but the one did not.
Correct.
And over here, my knights came forward and occupied the hill. Tusker guy ran off to the right, and the knight's aspirant came into the center. I mean, like I said, we were trying to do an all-out push for the center.
Yeah.
And the scrap wagon comes forward, trundling along.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. Not a lot of excitement there.
You had a good shooting round, I remember.
I shot turn 2. We shot 2 of the guys behind that wall, I thought.
Yeah.
No, it looks like just one.
Okay, I thought you killed
We killed one forest ranger.
Must be the next turn then. Okay.
And the bolt thrower shot at him as well because I had a flank shot. Oh, as a matter of fact, the flank shot hit one and killed one.
Yeah, okay.
Unfortunately, because it was a nice flank shot. I got 5 dice with it.
Right.
And I managed to kill one, which is important. It's good to kill something. This is you guys. Handgunners fire at the scrap wagon and only managed to do a wound.
So they decided to advance to the center of the woods with the dancers and the dwarves.
Okay.
And then the slayers turned a little bit. Yeah, and he shot. Who did he shoot at?
The scrap wagon and only did a wound.
Yeah, it didn't roll great.
I mean, he needs 4s to hit, 4s to wound.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's anyway.
10 shots. I think. Did he make? No.
Should do probably at least 2.5.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
This is on this side, and keep going.
And
Maybe this is the round that we charged.
No, it's the round you advanced. You can see that.
Oh, so
another round of advancing.
Yeah, the dancers moved forward a little too far on the flank. He decided to bring the gyrocopter behind the general, and he decided to fly it into the ruins and caused himself a wound.
Did he not have enough room to get behind him?
He did not have enough room to get behind him.
Out of the ruins, okay.
But he could have been beside him.
Okay.
And the cavalry stayed there, so the idea was to try to. I think he actually. The wound on the dog. I don't remember if he caused that. Or if we caused it, or if he caused it.
Did he
himself.
cause it running into there?
Yeah, I don't recall. It could be.
Okay. I don't know who would have shot it.
Well, there was a lot of discussion with the gyrocopter. He was trying to decide if he was going to try to kill the dog off. Or
he bombed the dog.
That's what it was. He bombed the dog.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Thank you. But he didn't kill it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
It's good to have a dog.
And the shooting didn't do anything.
Yeah, it's just die in midair. Look at that.
That's pretty good.
You like that?
Yeah.
It's good timing. All right. And I think still the same turn. And all right, back to our turn. The knights on the hill charge down into the handgunners.
Yep.
And the
scrap
wagon went at him as well.
I think he
you know what? He stood and shot, and he wasn't allowed to. Oh well.
Yeah. He did it against the scrap wagon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Couldn't do that.
Or maybe he shot it and did 2 wounds, and that he just hadn't marked them yet.
I don't think so.
Because it had 3 wounds going in, and he shot. He definitely put a wound on me somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe that. I don't know. Anyway, one way or another, we charged into him.
Okay.
Iron Orcs came forward in the center with their goblin units supporting them.
Yes.
My archers, brigands are hanging out back here, still shooting at elves.
Yep.
His saber-tooth tiger making a run for the objective, it looks like.
Yes.
And his mammoth hunter came forward.
Yes.
Not sure what else he did, but he came forward.
I forgot who he tried to spear.
Tusker came up sit on the hill, so he has a rerollable charge.
And he has the objective.
And getting the objective. He killed the pump wagon in hand-to-hand.
Yep.
And killed one of my knights, and we broke him, and he ran, but we could not catch him.
Those little legs moved quickly.
Little dwarf legs are fast.
Yep.
And then the end of turn 2 ended up being a 3-2 in our favor. So back to your turn.
So.
And
nothing's really happened
yet.
He's
You're declaring your charges.
Yeah. So he declared a charge. I'm trying to remember what happened. He declared a charge. His guys rallied. He declared a charge on the goblins.
Slayers went into the night goblins.
Yeah. Oh, and you did shoot up. I remember that unit getting shot.
Then this turn is I shot 2 more with my archers.
It's down to 2. Now he can barely see this unit of 2 ogres. So both units of rangers declare charges on the ogres. He decides to stand.
Yeah, he probably doesn't have much. I think he's checking to see how far he has to run, based on where I see that tape.
Yeah, he was, but he decided to stand.
Okay. And
I think those were the only charges.
Yeah, checking the Slayer charge again. There we go. So the Slayers make it in. There's his dwarves in the back rallying.
Yes, and then he advances his dwarves farther forward into the forest.
Okay. But they're going to be steadfast as long as there's a character in there.
Yeah.
Stubborn, I should say.
Then we decide to...
the gyrocopter. I can see both your
Rangers
units made it in.
Yes, both units Rangers made it in, so they should make very short work of those. We figured those guys and sweep to the rear would be great. It'd be wonderful. Something went wrong with our discussion regarding this this commander, but
with which one?
The general. I think he actually took another wound flying out, or he got hit by the spear. One of the two. I don't remember.
Okay.
But he did get hit, and he's down to 1 wound.
Okay. It looks like you guys have.
And he's throwing some dice.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the archers, the Heath Riders came back to shoot the dog. I'm assuming.
I think that's what it was.
Cat.
And he lost. Oh, a spear. I think last time shot off a Heath Rider.
Okay.
Yeah. And my ambushers have not arrived yet.
Yeah, they did. This is see the picture there. They are.
This is the turn I came in. Oh, okay, sorry.
And then they show up there.
Yeah, so they came in, and it's like, okay, these guys just shoot a lot.
It's not good for my brigands.
No. Try to get rid of those guys and contest this objective, and then go for the
and you did
next turn.
Managed to shoot 2 of them, but I stood.
Yes, you did. Very disappointing.
What's the deal over here with these ogres
so,
by the building? Tell me about this.
The crack elves charge in.
Yep.
They only have, mind you, 6 guys in contact, so that's only 12 attacks.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s.
Okay.
So we cause 2 wounds.
You don't get the +1 to hit with them?
Great weapons.
Oh, they're not like sword masters. They don't get both.
No.
Okay. Okay, so you are hitting on 3s.
They're the poor man sword masters.
Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. It's 6 with only 12 attacks. Yeah, you should do nothing.
Yeah, so we cause 2 wounds.
Seems light.
They then turned around and caused 2 wounds on us.
No, they caused 3, I think.
3?
Yeah, because you had 7.
2, 3, 4. Yes, 3 wounds.
You had 7 went in, only 6 could attack, but 7 went in.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So yes, but we had a charge, so it ended up being a stalemate.
Wow, that's not good.
Yeah, crack troops. Shot off the dog.
Yep, I see that.
Yeah. The Slayers went in and lost like 3 guys, and killed a few goblins.
Yep, you got netted.
He got netted.
He did get netted, so he was hitting on 3s,
and that's
wounding
where
on 4s.
where his bane. The dancers backed up slightly.
Okay.
But just far enough so they're not within 4 inches of the objective.
They would have to be quite a bit closer from that. But I agree.
So, okay.
But they did back up, didn't they?
Yes.
And
No, they were just out.
Were they really?
Yeah, they were like 5 inches.
Okay. It
Yeah.
looks further. Maybe it's
Yeah.
a weird picture thing. Okay. Back to our turn.
Yep.
So the knights back in the back are going to recharge the
Yep.
handgunners. Tusker comes down off the hill and sits on the flank of the dwarven,
Yep.
whatever they are, whichever version. The Iron Orcs, the Iron Orcs get excited
And make a long charge.
and he declares his war cry
Yes.
and makes the long charge into the woods at the war dancers,
Yep.
blade dancers. My aspirants come around here and just park on the objective.
Yep.
And get themselves into a flank charge to come help the goblins.
Yep.
Or charge off to the left if there's something else interesting over there.
Just make sure that you have the objective.
And to make sure we have the objective, because now it's 2-1.
Yep.
So we'll have that going for us.
And we do play most units. It's not.
Correct.
Yeah.
The 3 archers turn around.
Yep.
And going to proceed to shoot at your...
As does the Goblin Cavalry, which does not have bows.
They don't have any type of
Yep.
weapons at all.
Mm-hmm.
The mammoth hunter decides to get out of town and ducks back around behind
Yep.
the...
Yep. I should have just kept going, but anyway.
Heath hunter. I mean, whatever they were.
I was talking and doing something differently. Yeah.
Okay. This time the Knights of the Realm smash the handgunners again.
Yep.
They flee. We let them go, and we turn around and face towards the objective, which is good. Hey, look at that.
So the fight goes on.
Looks like you did 2 wounds.
We got 2 more wounds, and we only lost, this time I guess we lost 2 guys.
Hey, look at that.
So yes. So it was.
Well, at least you're trading wounds evenly.
It's
very,
evenly. So
very nice.
and it
of
was
you.
yet another push. Yes.
Was it really?
Yes.
That's so bad. I guess he has 4 attacks.
Yes.
If he's alive, he should
Yes.
probably do a little bit of damage.
The key is that he shouldn't be alive. So yeah.
Why are you saying that for? 12 attacks. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
I think you're overestimating what you're capable of.
Clearly. I think it has something to do with those sticks that they were using instead of proper great weapons. Is what it was.
It could be.
Yes.
All right. Fight in the center goes on with the goblins and the slayers. And
Back up, because their fight with the Iron Orcs. Did they? I think they declared a challenge, didn't they?
they ended up the characters are fighting.
The characters were fighting, and looks like a couple of them. How many did he start off with? 11.
He started with he lost 2 Iron Orcs.
Okay, and
Because I think he went with the
he went to safety dance, and I still think he lost one or
right.
out of it, and then
But he put a wound on the Elven character, but
yes.
the Orc character was not wounded.
Yeah, and I think it ended up being a steadfast roll because they won by 1 or something.
And you're in the woods.
Yeah, that's why it was a steadfast roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And after that, that was the end of turn 2. So
Yes.
now we're up to 6-4.
So things are looking a little sad.
You guys need to get moving.
Yes.
And see, that's what somebody's saying. Those guys need to die. That's what
Yes.
he's saying right there. We've got that. What else?
Oh, your guy You shot off one of my.
I did shoot off one of your guys.
And yes.
It's pretty awesome. So it's our turn.
No, it's our turn.
It's your
now.
turn.
Yeah. This is just a shot of
That's a
everything.
good point.
So the dwarves in the woods, who had the Tusker in the flank, decided that they wanted to go get this objective while it was open.
And just did the march forward.
So they just marched forward.
Okay.
And Sylvan Blades were still there. The dwarves were stuck. I think one may be dead. I don't remember. Keep going.
The dwarves were stuck.
Fighting.
Oh,
Yeah.
the slayers.
Slayer, yeah.
Seekers.
Oh,
it looks like you charged me down there.
I charged your archers because I could still stay within 4 inches of the objective and get rid of those guys. I was asked because they realized after they marched everything out that the objective now was uncovered. You had knights coming,
right.
so I had to send the war dancers, which I knew they were never going to get there, but start working them to the flank. I think I failed my march check.
The hunter, I think, hunting speared down the gyrocopter on our turn.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Something killed it. I don't remember.
It
what
wasn't
was.
me.
Yeah.
I wanted to, but he killed it before I could shoot at it.
Yes.
And And that guy, look at that, I caught dice flying again. Woohoo!
Yeah, that's like 3 times.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And so we got that.
Okay. So
You guys traded a wound again? Are you kidding me?
We traded a single wound.
Well, he's got 4 attacks to your 2, so
Yeah.
he should have killed you.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
But I did. Yes.
Actually, there was 2 of you at the beginning of the turn, so he has 4 attacks to your 4 attacks.
I do go first.
You do, and you do go first.
Yes.
You probably should have done more.
Think.
Maybe.
Okay. So yeah, so it's
It's not that far off average.
It's another push.
3 to hit and 3 to wound. It's easy to get 2 hits and 2 wounds and 1 wound out of that, right?
Yeah, it is. At this point,
as you can show.
Yeah. Not so much when there's more of them. Yeah.
Yes, agreed. All right. Well, you guys want to sit there the whole
Yes.
game? That's fine with me.
So yeah, our plan's totally screwed. The destroy the brigands. Decide not to overrun, so I can stay within 4. Face the light cav.
Right.
Your guys are actually
Mine are fleeing.
Because in the fight, the Iron Orcs lost.
Correct.
I think they killed the general, and he didn't kill him yet. He's still alive.
He's still there.
Yeah, the Iron Orcs ended up losing because he went with the. I think he went with the extra attack.
The extra attack or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he fled like 5 inches, but then the elves only rolled like 3 inches, so they didn't catch him.
Didn't catch him.
Yeah. That caused the knights that were within 6 inches to break, so they're actually fleeing.
Yeah.
Towards
the back.
Yes.
And the cave goblins got another slayer.
Yes, we're down to. I think it's down to 1 slayer at this point.
It's what it looks like. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. So our fighting prowess is, with the exception of maybe the guys in the woods, has not been very strong.
This was back to our turn. The Iron Orcs did rally and turn their face.
Yes.
My knights rallied and stayed where they were.
Yes.
Wolf Riders came around out of your arc.
Yes.
This is my bolt thrower. That's the scorpion that's killed a Heath Hunter, or whatever you guys are called now.
Those are Heath Hunters, and they passed their leadership.
And they did pass their leadership and stuck around. I don't think we had done the combat yet. The Tusker Cav just comes up to get within 4 of the objective.
Yep.
And to threaten the flank of the dwarves. Those 2 units can dance around each other all they want.
Yep.
My unit back here has moved within 4 of the objective in the rear, especially since there's no one there to guard it. Seems like a fun thing to do.
That seems like the correct thing to me also.
Mammoth Hunter just seems to ignore the Heath Hunters and walk back towards the center of the field.
I forgot which way he was facing. He's facing the Heath Hunters. I think he tried to spear them.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
The Heath Hunters, or did he spear
the Heath Hunters?
The dancers.
No, he didn't do anything with the dancers.
Okay. You should always.
I think we've actually got a couple wounds on him at this point.
I see 2 wounds on him right there.
Yeah.
He uses those little heart shaped.
Yeah, and I think it's mostly the Heath Hunters over time just been doing that.
So at the end of that turn, we scored 40 or nothing.
Yes, with the loss of our back line.
So it's a 10-4
everything
at this point.
Yes.
And that's at the end of turn 4. So we go into turn 5. Your turn 5. What did you guys do? Looks like the War Dancers the Blade Dancers recharge the Iron Orcs.
They do. The dwarves turn to face the Iron Orcs.
Correct. Give their flank to and he moved the character down to the right side, I think.
He did, in case you charged. He may have had a great weapon or something.
Back here, it looks like you circled around behind
I circled around behind the Scorpion.
Doing...
I was actually hoping you would shoot at me and miss, and not shoot at the dwarves in the flank.
Oh, right.
So that's what that was about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I did. I shot at you.
Yeah. You didn't miss.
I don't remember if I missed.
No, you you did not, as we'll see in the next turn.
Okay.
Let's see. War Dancers are marching still towards the objective.
Trying to get their own objective.
Oh, they failed the object. They failed their march check, I think, again. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yes. Heath Hunters came behind the out of arc of the hunter. Mammoth Hunter tried to
keep trying to shoot those strength 4 bows at him. Huh?
Yep. It's 5s, but hey. And then we had the fight. Oh, I guess go back.
Oh, did I kill you and panic you off?
You did, but we're ahead of ourselves. I'm just trying to see.
Are we?
So you did that because it's our turn, so that's why.
Well, no, I think that was...
Because that was us charging in back into the orcs.
Okay.
Well, maybe we just didn't see us fighting.
I probably don't have a picture of the result of that fight.
So that's what it was. So it was they stayed in the fight.
You can see there.
The challenge was won by the elves, and they killed some more orcs.
Right.
But the orcs ended up holding at that point.
Yes.
The Slayer, I think, continued the fight. I think for
He's
one
still
more
not
round.
dead.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
And on our turn, I looks like I backed off.
You backed up to make
because the objective stays yours until someone takes it from you.
Correct. And you didn't want to get charged by those dancers.
And I figured if you come up and take it, I can go past you and get within 4 of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And still challenge it or
Yeah.
whatever. Or here, I was going to mess with you, and I was going to split. The character was going to leave the unit.
I was going to do the same thing.
And go one side. Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you couldn't afford to because I could have charged the character by himself.
Yeah, I would have taken a chance.
Okay. Anyway, that was I was thinking about that. I didn't think he
Yeah.
would do it, and I thought it would be available to me. But anyway, so we did that. Back here on the back rank, you can see my knights have come forward to make sure this objective stays ours.
I think.
Because didn't something happen to the Wolf Riders?
Are they still there?
Did that lone? What happened with
The Heath Hunters shot? They didn't shoot at your bolt thrower. They shot at something else.
Was it the Wolf Riders? Maybe
It must have been the Wolf Riders.
and panicked them.
Yeah, it must have been that.
What happened with the fight with the ogre?
Oh, we're ahead of that. So the elf finally. That's what's going on. The elf finally beat the ogre.
Okay, the forceful guard or whatever.
Yeah, and then he charged the Wolf Riders.
Oh, okay.
Killed the Wolf Riders.
Ran them down.
Did not run them down because he didn't want to. Once there was a problem, or did he run them down? I don't think he did. Oh yes, he did run them down because he failed his leadership
Oh, and had to chase him.
and had to chase him, and he ended up being.
Oh,
too
did
far.
I charge him and kill him?
And then you ended up charging.
I charged him and killed him,
Yeah,
didn't I?
and he killed, I think, 2 of your guys though before he died,
Just one.
or 1 of your guys. Yeah,
Let's not get carried away.
yeah, something like that.
We
yeah.
can't have him doing 2 wounds in a turn.
Yes, that's true. And then the hunters,
So all the stuff back there on the back left is dead.
yeah, punked around, and then you took your bolt thrower, turned it around, and shot and killed
Killed 1 of your Heath Riders.
Heath Rider, panicked them, and they ran off the table.
Right.
Oh,
And
there
there
he
he
is.
is. I
Yeah,
guess
he
I didn't
ran.
kill him.
You didn't. You just got with it. You wanted to get within.
right.
Within.
Because that's
4.
right, because he ran off away from it.
Yes, and he was pretty far. You didn't want to not get there.
Right. Good point.
Yeah.
And of course, since he's facing the other direction, that doesn't
Yeah.
bother me at all.
Right.
And so we got that. And the cave goblins killed the last slayer. But
They
then,
did in the previous turn. Yeah.
But then they broke from the combat when the Iron Orcs broke.
Correct. And
They panicked.
that time there. I think did he
No, they ran to. I think they ran to where you.
No, I'm trying to think of the orcs. If he killed them out to the man, or if
Oh, I
they
think he
ran-
killed him to the man.
or if he ran away. Yeah, I think he killed him to the man, and then they caused him to break, and he stayed there to be on that objective.
The war dancers.
Yeah,
The blade
yeah.
dancers.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And so that was the end of turn 4.
Yep.
Or end of turn 5, where they
Yep.
the store was closing. We had to call it anyway.
Yeah.
But
It was quick.
it was 13-5.
You know,
so
yeah.
it was definitely worth quitting.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a fun. Oh, like I said, we have a fun. Those are fun games because,
Yes.
again, like we've said before, when you get 6 people around a table,
Yes.
everybody's making fun of everybody else,
And well, it's just so much banter, so much fun. It's
Yes.
also, it's kind of like someone say, "Oh, can you move your guy here? Because I want to do that." And then
Right.
of course you do it, and they do something completely different.
Correct.
It's like, what the hell happened to this?
I need you to do this so I can do this. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'll do that. And then you turn around and you move on your other guys, and,
And all of a sudden
the
you're
guy's gone the
you're hanging
opposite
out
way.
someplace else. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Or you got a flank exposed or whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
This is how it is.
But anyway, so like I said, try it if you like it. It's fun. It's a great
It
kind
is
of
not a
community.
competitive tournament game.
It's
just
not a competitive tournament.
something to do for a couple hours to have
Correct.
fun, to build a community
And it's like you said,
with multiple players.
yeah, people can join in. You can give them part of your army because you can see how big these forces are.
Right.
You can give them part of your army, let them play it. You learn the rules too.
And that's the big thing, is because we have people come in and they've not played and they're trying to learn the rules, and it's better to do that instead of having a one-on-one game. Because you've got multiple people you can ask.
Yeah, people can help you and things like that.
And also, it's kind of nice because a lot of times people say, "Oh, which army should I do?" And I'm kind of the opinion, unless you've got a lot of disposable income, you should try to play some armies before you invest in one.
Before you spend all the money.
Because they have different play styles, and
Correct.
people have their own personal play style, and sometimes it just doesn't match the armies that they buy.
I agree.
Then they get frustrated, and you don't want to see that. So.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess that's going to do it.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening.